Reese, you kind of looked the part, but we gonna start it off somber. And just to be clear, folks, if you're listening, all the powers that be, it's a 5-year anniversary. Just let it play.
103 left in overtime. 101.99. Here's Iverson. Lou the defender. Stays right with him. Allen wants to go. Wants the baseline. Fade away. Yes.
He's way too good. He steps around Lou and drilled it. And the Sixers have scored 9 in a row.
7 straight points by Iverson. Looked like he was dead in the water.
The Sixers by 4. 40 seconds left.
All right, that's yes, I know exactly.
You're talking to the Rolex.
Yeah.
Diamond ring. Hit stealing. Woo! We're stealing. And it's me right.
Bottles and bitches completely back in business. The shit I be smoking is highly recommended. This all of my niggas pushing the limit. Mile high got me going in the flight of been around the mission to knock the pillars of this industry on their ass.
What do we do?
We ain't reading history books anymore, baby. We writing them. This is what you call a paradigm shift.
Inexcusable. Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another
Your
game.
balls are made of pussy.
Let me tell you something. Me and you, one-on-one, no one else around. I will beat your ass like a Cherokee drum.
And if you don't, you are going to get your fucking head kicked in.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And now, it's time!
Say their names and they appear. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Aftermath Post-Conference Championship Edition. Alongside the OG Ric Flair.
Woo!
And alongside our special guest, Bleacher Brothers' own fellow bandmate, JQ Joe Quills. I am El Capitan. I am Capitez 4, a.k.a. Captain Ron Johnson, a.k.a. the original asshole. And let me tell you flat out, this is going to be the one time where my John Q. Hine parts will actually be silent. Because, as you can see, to my left and to my right, I got myself a couple of very happy, very proud, very alive, and possibly very drunk Eagles fans here with us tonight.
Not yet, but give me an hour. We'll get there.
I'm drunk on caffeine. I think this is coffee number 5 today. I've been up since 3:30 this morning, coming home from Florida.
Welcome back. Glad you had yourself a safe trip there, Joe. Appreciate you stopping in. I know that basically it's a little bit crazy for you, but I also knew you could not resist as much as this mofo could not resist rubbing that in of how we already had history going into the NFC Championship game. The fact that we had an NFC Championship game that consisted of not one but 2 NFC East teams.
Yep.
What's it been? Was it 86, 96? Which one? I think it was 86.
Yep.
And just of the sake of everything, I know you two have a lot to discuss, a lot to talk about, and as you see, our tickers going crazy down at the bottom just because of the fact people are still trying to figure in their heads how in the bluest of blue hells did the Cowboys blow a shot at Deion Sanders, and not only that,
And Ben Johnson.
and Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, and shockingly enough, Pete Carroll,
Yeah.
and they settle for. This is not.
Please do.
Brian Schottenheimer. It didn't get any crazier for that, except for the fact that we had two very good games today.
Hey, actually,
However-
I actually think I can make this crazier.
How can you make it crazier?
Yeah, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Do you remember who they also got as their defense coordinator?
Oh, you mean that guy from the Bears who got fired on his
Yeah.
trip back?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't figure this out in my head. It's like when Tom Grossi actually sat here and actually made that,
Dallas.
when Tom Grossi made that clip, I could not help myself but laugh my ass off. But before we talk about your game, Joe, did you have something you wanted to kind of share with the world? Because, I mean, let's be realistic here. The city of Philly has just been a fickled mofo. Let's be honest. It has been. I remember the chance.
They still are.
That's the statement of the year. I remember the chance of fire Nick during the Cleveland Browns game. And then all of a sudden the Eagles go on this tear, and all of a sudden the chance they got real quiet. Yes, I'm pulling my best Joe Biden on this, so I apologize. But on top of that, now y'all go from fire Nick to Super Bowl, but somewhere in the middle of that, there was a snafu that I heard about. It. And you were talking about it. You were posting about it. But I was like, what the hell is he talking about? And Joe,
and if it's the one I'm thinking of, I actually saw it after the game. But Joe, please.
Are we talking about our mayor Aunt Viv from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Yes, we were talking about Aunt Viv, and let's
okay. So I was thinking of hearing something different. So
let me just keep this a buck.
I thought Ron was going somewhere else at first, but that's a topic for another day.
Let me go ahead and keep this a buck here. I'm not an Eagles fan by any means, but I have chanted. I have done the song with this guy, with this man. We have done shows where I have actually sat here and done the Fly Eagles Fly with you. Yet, for some oddballish reason, I see this and I'm just like, there's no way that could be accurate. Wait. I don't live in Philly. I've only visited Philly. I visited every now and I visited maybe once in the last maybe 5-6 years, but even I know how to spell Eagles.
Yeah.
Clearly, somebody in Pennsylvania is never going to win a spelling bee, and that probably was not your mayor. Joe, could you please bring up the clip in question? Because I have to know what the hell was she thinking?
Okay. Well, I'll set this up for you here. This is from last Sunday before the Eagles and Rams game. Now, if you remember, we had a snowstorm.
Yep.
So she probably was talking about the snowstorm, and she's wrapping up here, and we'll let the video talk for itself.
Okay. Literally.
Let me be 1,001% clear. Traveling to the Eagles game today is essential travel. If you are driving, just go slow, but get there. If you are catching SEPTA and mass transit, just get on mass transit and get there. But making it to our Philadelphia Eagles game on today is essential. Thank you all so very much, and we now want to take some questions. Any? Well, listen, we've got to do this. Let me hear you all say, E-L-G-L-E-S, Eagles! Let's go, Birds!
Now, I'm just curious though, and maybe it's just me.
Mhm.
Reese, how do you spell Eagles?
I believe there's E A
Yeah.
G L E S. Eagles.
Now I
don't remember. I don't remember
I was a
like
big
the L
fan of
of
Sesame
Georgia.
Street. That's why I'm asking the question. I kind of wanted to know, just for that reason. I am a fan of Sesame Street.
And just for the record, yeah, and when I was a little kid, I used to try to talk my mom into ordering Hooked on Phonics.
Mind to give hook on phonics for your mayor.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
saying. Joe, you're there. Your mayor has a chance to sit here and actually set the tone.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we know how that game ended. Obviously, Eagles ended up winning that game by 6, and Saquon just pretty much did what Saquon does best. But here's the biggest thing, and I'm not even going to show what's on my TV screen right now because I got Nick Sirianni in a throwback Eagles jersey, but I couldn't even get Jalen Hurts to put on a jersey. This fool's got to come out in a suit for a press conference. You just punch your ticket to Super Bowl once again, and you can't even sit here and at least flaunt the shirt, flaunt a jersey, flaunt something. You come out in a suit like you're about to go out on a hot date with an OnlyFans user? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Hey, he's dressed in the way he got into the stadium this morning.
Live for Jalen Hurts. He ain't like us. He ain't like us. He ain't like us.
And for the record, yeah, 'cause for the record, considering it, Jalen probably do got him a hot date or two. I don't know. If he is taken, Jay, more power to you.
I think he's engaged and he has a kid on the way.
I'm more stuck on the fact that basically I am looking at Rockin' Reese's eyes, and I can understand that it's like relatively late over on the East Coast, but I'm sure that you two, Joe is probably the only one that probably is not 3 sheets to the wind in this show right now.
Yeah.
Reese, I can guarantee you, is probably more 3 sheets to the wind than I am, and I'm usually on a Sunday, on a game day, on football day, I'm usually gonna be that person. But for once, I actually listened to the voice of reason and did not get 3 sheets to the damn wind, though I really, really, really wanted to, but I digress. Reese, you said before we started this show that apparently you had a lot to say. So I'm gonna do a big solid for everybody because everybody's so used to hearing my voice. I'm actually gonna sit here. I'm gonna put myself on mute, and I'm gonna want to hear all the tidbits that you got basically get all out because there was a clip we saw earlier that I actually showed Joe. That's actually gonna put a smile on your face even worse. So
yeah,
here the Rocket Reese, Angelo Rockins. The floor is yours, my son.
Thank you, Dave. Oh, where do I want to begin? Oh, to my good buddy, and I use that term loosely, Scooter Magruder. I was about to say, now, unfortunately, I missed the majority of the game, or because I missed the first half of it. But I would say this, Scooter, I can imagine how your commentary was right now. And all I'm just going to say is, I am going to love your next NFC East meeting. I was going to love it one way or the other, but I'm going to really love this one. And by the way, now, let's see. The first time we bitch smacked the Cowboys, you had to wear a clown suit afterwards. The second time we bitch smacked the Cowboys, Eagles won the division. Oh, and then you also had to wear an Eagles suit during the playoffs. And Scooter, do you feel like? Nah, never mind. I ain't gonna try and talk him into it. But Scooter, I do gotta say this: you have been a good sport, so, and I have loved the material, so I gotta give you that one. Oh, but Commanders fans, y'all, I ain't gonna be so nice to. Because, Joe, this is where I thought you were originally going to head. Because apparently some people don't like to learn from history. Because I found out about this after the game. Joe, do you know, even though I know they kind of moved its location, do you remember a certain thing that most Eagles fan opponents should have known better than to touch?
I know what you're talking about. Ron's like, what the hell are you talking about?
Apparently Washington understand the assignment because yet again, folks, we had to go Rocky on somebody. And unfortunately for Commanders fans, somebody had to put on. By the way, Drew, if you happen to have the picture, can you please show? Oh, yeah, because I'm trying to actually. What did the Eagles do? What did the Commanders do that earned this type of wrath for the Eagles?
I can show you in a second.
Then I see this, and I'm like, yep, now I got my answer. And that was even before Joe Witt ran his mouth Thursday afternoon with that nice little, oh, hey, Jalen, keep your ass in the pocket.
Who? Wait, who told Jalen to keep his ass in the pocket?
Joe Witt, their defensive coordinator.
How intriguing.
Yeah. Hey, Joe.
Well, I hit the wrong thing here. Hold on.
Anyway, okay. And while Joe, hey, Joe Witt, how well did that advice work out for you? Because if I recall, Jalen scored twice, and you actually should have had 3, but one of them got called back by a penalty.
No, I got 3. You got 3 rushes and a 3 rushes and a pass to AJ.
All right, so actually they would have been 4, but like I said, one of them got called back by a penalty. And yet again, Rarian said, actually, would this be the worst loss of the 5 times that this actually happened?
This would be the worst loss out of the 5. Now,
well, yeah, and also it's the most historical because it's the most points scored by a team in an NFC or AFC championship game.
Damn.
And I'm almost certain that the only person who actually has sat here and had good luck with the Rocky statue would happen to be, shockingly enough, The Rock. Because I believe he actually posted up a picture, I believe it was a few years ago during the invasion angle of WWE from, I believe it was 2001, 2002.
Yep.
And he actually sat here and posted up his shtick and ended up sitting here winning that Survivor Series. Then on top of that, winning the WCW championship a short while later. And I mean, yeah, granted, the year didn't work out very well for him, but he ended up sitting here main eventing with Terry about a few months later. But the Rocky statue, I'm almost certain that when I look at this Rocky statue curse, I think maybe CBS sat here and took a little page out of that Rocky statue curse in a bigger way. I don't know if you guys saw the pregame from the Chiefs-Bills game, but they actually did the Rocky IV video montage with a Bills fan being Rocky Balboa and apparently Patrick Mahomes being Ivan Drago. And we see how that game turned out. You know, Chiefs obviously sitting here doing that.
Oh, but go back to better dig show. I also forgot there's somebody else I gotta call out. Frankie Louvu. Yeah. Yeah, remember that nice little hit that you did on Jared Goff in the divisional round? Yeah. Bro, you've got more flags on you than the United Nations, my brother. Because I know you was trying to stop the brotherly shove and whatnot, but how the hell did you get called 3 times on the same down?
I actually, I have no say in this one because I probably dropped a bunch of expletives while talking to my youngest daughter. And Abby, I'm sorry, but you pretty much going to hear those words from me eventually because you probably would have dropped those out the first hockey game we go to. But there's somebody else who actually may have better at this one. This is why I showed Joe at the beginning. And this is a Cowboys fan who apparently had to own up to a wager he had. And Reese, I'll let you hear this mess.
Go ahead. Don't say what you gotta say. If it was you, you would want somebody to do it, so go ahead.
My name is Otis Smooth Baron, and I want to extend an apology to the Philadelphia Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. And the organization, players, and entire fan base. I said that you all wouldn't make it to the Super Bowl, and clearly I was wrong. I guess I didn't see what y'all saw. I apologize that I wasn't familiar with y'all game. I apologize that I didn't know y'all last bought the refs. I didn't know that y'all bought the refs, baby. I didn't know when I saw they changed the rule about Patrick Mahomes. I didn't know this shit went to the Eagles. Holding for 30-yard passes down the field, a pass interference they ain't calling. The ball fly over the Eagles player's head. They call a pass interference on the Commanders. What a shit show. I know that the Commanders had 2 turnovers, and they gave y'all a good boost. But the way the referees gave y'all that game, y'all was gifted a Super Bowl to get your ass whooped in the Super Bowl. I'm not changing that. It still ain't no fly, Eagles, fly. The NFC was the weaker division this year, and that's how y'all skated through to where you at right now. Congratulations on the win. And if y'all thought I was finna pour another bucket of ice water over my head, you crazier than you look. Ain't no way I'm finna do that shit again. It's winter time outside. My wife said, Smooth, what you say?
Why? You just did it. Why would you do it again?
Shoot, mama talking, it's over with. When the queen says over with, it's over.
Weakest division? Did he just honestly say the NFC East was the weakest division?
Wait. Bear in mind, this is a Cowboys fan up here.
Yeah, I know.
So he's
that's
gonna
already why I'm getting called out.
He's going to think that the whole division's weak because of the fact that the Cowboys aren't playing in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
there are a lot of Cowboys fans who probably don't even know how to spell Super Bowl, which does not surprise me. But
they know what letter it is.
Now,
because they take it plenty of them.
Who would win in a spelling bee? This guy or Aunt Viv?
Ooh.
I'm thinking that it would probably end up being
a draw.
I think it'll honestly be a combination of both. I mean, this might be the first time that we actually have a tie. A tie.
For last place.
For last place, bad place. Like pick your poison.
Yeah.
But you are a fan of this guy. You're a fan of this guy, and I wanted to sit here and give you something to sit here and feel good about. Now, Joe, you haven't sat here and seen much, but
oops, wrong one. Hold on.
I was like, yeah, that's what threw me off. I was like, what the crap is he talking about? Like, how drunk was your mayor? Like, how hammered was your mayor that this? You're the mayor of Philadelphia. You're excited. You're pumped.
Hold on. Hey, Cap, can I pull a Jeff Foxworthy?
Please.
Can I pull your mama?
Please.
Wait. Actually, I want to do this in this case. Instead of your mama, this would be your man. Your man's so stupid, she couldn't figure out how to spell 76ers.
Your man's so stupid she don't even know how to spell iPod. What? How? How does this work? What is that? Elgizes? Elgizes?
Yeah, something like that.
Did she have legs on the brain? Like, what the hell was that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
but Reese,
she was off on the highs, but it was something like that. See, she was probably as high as Frankie Louvu when he was trying to stop the brotherly shove, but he leapt over the damn thing like.
I'm sorry, Reese, but I come bearing gifts for you.
Wait a minute, Tommy.
Just for you, bud. Just for you, and for you. I present to you the GOT, the GOAT. I'm gonna go with the GOD, the GOAT. I'm gonna sit here and pull like a mare on your asses. I'm gonna pull that on. This is pretty much the GOAT of this one. He has fun with this, ladies and gentlemen. Tom Grossi in the building. Let's get it.
It's time to go to the Super Bowl now. Well, no matter what happens, I'm just happy to be here. Though I really want to beat the crap out of the Eagles. All right, a long sustained drive that ended in a field goal. Would have liked a touchdown, but as long as our defense... Touchdown, Saquon Barkley! One play, one carry, touchdown. Thanks again, Giants. Crap. Fumble! Fumble! That's our ball! We fumbled? We've gone this entire postseason without turning the ball over, and now we're doing it? Thanks again, Giants, for giving them Saquon Barkley. We all really appreciate it. Touchdown again! 2 carries, 2 touchdowns, Saquon Barkley. Thank you again, Giants. Well, at least we're getting field goals. All right, we'll allow field goal. And we missed our field goal. Don't make me talk to you again, Elliot. Ooh, they missed it. And now we allowed a touchdown. See, this is why I never feel safe as an Eagles fan. Touchdown, Scary Terry. We're right back in it. I don't know what the hell that 2-point play was, though. Touchdown, Jalen Hurts. Oh, what's that, media? I thought he was so bad. Another fumble? Touchdown, A.J. Brown. It must have been all that reading. And there's our defense. You know, if it was just our offense on the field, well, we still had those turnovers, so never mind. We're sucking right now. Oh, a field goal and it's only halftime? Crap, I gotta watch this for a whole nother half? All right, we're at halftime, 27-15, and we get the ball in the second half. Time to put this thing away. This is not ending pleasantly. Stop scoring touchdowns and go away. Hey, but we got a touchdown and the 2-point conversion. I would have hope, but I think I lost that in the first half. Another fumble! That's our ball! Another fumble? Why? Why? Oh, an offsides call. Oh, it's just one offsides play. I'm sure we'll be all right next play. Another offsides call? Luvu, what are you doing? You're higher than me right now. Can you just give us the touchdown if Luvu's gonna keep on jumping offsides? Thank you, touchdown. And it's still a touchdown after all that. Yup, I'm gonna cry. Turnover on downs, we're gonna go to the Super Bowl! And turnover on downs. Seriously, why do I have to keep watching this? Touchdown, Saquon Barkley for the hat trick. That is 3. Giants, he looks so happy. And I am so unhappy. And Saquon Barkley scores his 3rd touchdown of the game. Giants, I'm running you over with my lawnmower. Picked! It's picked! And an interception. Seriously, it's like we're playing the Lions with all these turnovers, except we're the Lions. Why couldn't the Commanders play like that last week? I don't care. I'm still taking credit. They lost because of the Honolulu flu. And Shipley even gets a touchdown. All right, now you're just running up the score, which we would do the same thing against you, but I still don't have to be happy about it. Take care, Commanders. We are going to the Super Bowl again. Oh, I'm doing my entire stash again tonight, but this time it's gonna be a sad stash. Kenny Pickett is going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Damn.
I need a drink. A.J. Brown is going to the Super Bowl. You fly high, AJ. We got nothing else here. Hey, this NFC Championship game featuring the Eagles looks very familiar. Well, I didn't feel bad last week after the Lions lost to the Commanders, but now I feel worse because the Commanders just got blown out by the Eagles. And I feel even more worse because I hate Liam Cohen. I repeat, if we get Chiefs-Eagles again, I am not watching the Super Bowl. I don't care if it's the Chiefs winning their 100th Super Bowl in a row. I will never root for the Eagles. Oh, so we get to beat the Eagles again. I mean, we totally don't know if we're gonna win. Well, at least we had a good season, and Dan Snyder wasn't a part of it. So that's a happy ending.
You know, I do gotta admit, there's my one sad part is I'm gonna miss Crossing's Wildflower, man. He is epic as well.
You already know how the Wallflower usually goes. I mean, we got 2 weeks before the Super Bowl even sits here and hits. So we know for a fact that we're almost as sure to sit here and see the Wallflower, the Ram Head. We're probably gonna see the Giants and Cowboys. These bastards don't even know what the Super Bowl looks like. Let's just keep it a buck here. But here's my question. And I said to both of you because you guys are the Eagles guys. You take Saquon Barkley out of the equation. Are the Eagles basically as good as advertised? Honestly.
No.
Nope.
But it also depends who would be the running back to get them even close to what they are.
No, they're not as good as without it because here's the problem. That they don't run like too many other people because look at what happened when they had Sanders and Gainwell and I forgot who was the other runner they had, but it was like a dude from Seattle. But I was like, yeah, like I said, don't get me wrong, like they're like 3 good runners, but like Saquon, the dude's just like on another level. And by the way, I like to add it to Eagles Crossy, Giants. Thank you for being the world's biggest idiots this season. And that's even compared to the Cowboys.
Whoa. Yeah. I'm gonna have to pause you on that one.
Yeah.
The Eagles are the Giants are not the biggest idiots in this equation.
And that's even saying something compared to the Cowboys going all in, but that's another story another time.
Yeah. We're not gonna go shit all in my ass. Anyway, I digress. Here's what it comes down to. I gave the Eagles a challenge at the end of the season. I said one simple thing. And if it still does not happen, then you two know what's coming. You two know where I'm gonna go. Because when it came down to it, we have our Super Bowl. And we know the last time that the Eagles played the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, it didn't end very well for them. In fact, since you decided to go there, it's just how I am just so much of an asshole. Here's Tom's thoughts on the Super Bowl. Yes, he had a thought on it.
Takes the snap. Uh-oh, running out of time. A lot of pressure. Just has to heave it up there, and it is dropped. It is incomplete. They pick up the flag? Because I don't see anything now. They showed the marker. Allen had no time to throw. He gets hit immediately. Oh, man. Yup, it's Chiefs ball. 3rd down and 9. Mahomes, he's going to throw. So if it's incomplete, dumps it off. Oh, boy, got to make this tackle. Got to make it. Nope. Easy 1st down. The Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl. The Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl. They had one more chance there to stop it. It is heartbreak once again for the Buffalo Bills. And the Kansas City Chiefs will be going and attempting a three-peat in just a couple of weeks.
Here's my question, because everybody's been going ham about this three-peat scenario. We've had the Lakers. I believe they've done it. I believe the Bulls have done it. I believe they leave who was the hockey? Was it the Canadians or was it the Oilers that sat here and literally had like one ship at the
Like
ship
I
at the ship?
Actually, Canadians and the Islanders, like, had
And yet
discussions.
nobody had any issues with them winning it. But yet for some reason, if the Chiefs
The
win
Oilers
this,
did too.
yeah, I mean, if the Chiefs pretty much do it, let's sit here and just put this as a like an emphasis here. If the Chiefs sit here and win this third straight Super Bowl, can we officially put the Chiefs in? I'm pretty sure they've already been in the dynasty status, but can they now officially put themselves in dynasty status? And can we
They'd have-
officially call Patrick Mahomes one of the GOATs?
You'd have to. There would be like, hell, like he's already there now. So
If you had heard my household about a few hours ago, like probably that tail end of that fourth quarter, they were kind of sounding like you when you're singing, or Joe when he's sober and has a good night's sleep, or me on any game. I'm pretty much sure I was like this when the Blues were playing a couple of nights ago. I was like this too. But when I sat here and I saw this, it actually started to kind of debate the question, because the biggest thing for me is there are people who do not want the Chiefs to win this Super Bowl, to make this shot at history. I'm just curious as to why. So I'm going to ask their opponents, the fan base version of the opponents.
Joe?
Fatigue on the Chiefs winning every year.
You don't want to say he's tired of the Chiefs winning. He's just like he's sick and tired of being sick
They're
and tired.
They're tired of them winning every year. And do you remember the last time the Eagles had a rematch in a Super Bowl?
Yep.
I do.
Dilly.
Do you remember some guy on the art museum steps here?
Was that English?
That was
Barely.
Kelseyism.
Yeah.
Oh, that was drunk Kelsey. I am trying to find that on my Duolingo, but it has not worked out very well.
He's gonna think so.
Because here's what it comes down to for me, is that when I was watching, I watched both games tragically, and I can honestly tell you, I broke out the Terramana. Brock, if you're listening, I broke out the Terramana for this because it was necessary. Because every single time, and I'm gonna be honest, for what Reese, for the past month and a half, I've been calling out Eagles fans. Not since that Jagoff that basically sat here and made y'all look bad. That's the only time I called y'all out in a negative way. But thankfully, Eagles stepped up and took care of that one and cleaned it up, and I'm good with that. But here was the biggest thing for me, is that I'm sitting here, I'm looking at this, I'm watching this, I'm seeing this mess unfold. And the only thing that goes through my head as they're showing highlights from that Super Bowl encounter between the Chiefs and the Eagles, I'm watching this mess in my head, and I've called out the Eagles, and I've called out the Chiefs, and I'm a Missouri guy, so you already know my allegiance is probably gonna be more Red Kingdom than Eagles country, respectfully. But that being said, though, not neglecting the fact that both of you are Eagles fans, both sporting their caps like there's no damn tomorrow. If you were going to sit here and determine the outcome of this Super Bowl in the Big East, where most likely we're probably going to get some Bourbon Street vibes, we're going to get some Big Easy vibes, we're going to get We're gonna get Mardi Gras before Mardi Gras or after, depending on the circumstance.
I want to have to pause that one right. Pause that thought right there.
What?
Not with how the security is going to be this year.
Honestly, at this point, after what happened in New Orleans, I
Yeah.
think that that's going to be the biggest thing. And again, hardest thing in the world for me is being able to come to that realization of what happened in New Orleans earlier this year, and the fact that basically the
New
basically
Year's
the
Day.
playoffs are basically put to a back burner, and the fact that we are getting to the end of January, and yet that is the one thing that will resonate in my head.
Yeah.
But my mind's trying to get focused on that goodish. So I'm going to put that goodish out there. I'm actually not going to pick a winner until Super Bowl Sunday. In fact, I'll do a Super Bowl Saturday because I'll probably have to do something crazy on the weekend because knowing my boss, I'll probably be flipping work on Super Bowl Sunday. If somebody can give me irritable bowel syndrome for Super Bowl Sunday, please let me have that.
Just listen.
Well, unfortunately, I'll be dealing with two people that weekend that probably would give you that, but
just listen to me for 2 weeks.
I'm just curious. Is one of those the person that may or may not make an appearance tonight?
No, but I'll give you a hint. Both of them are from relatively the same city, and you just mentioned their ex-coach, like
Chicago. Yeah. So yeah, here's your spoiler. One of them may or may not make an appearance tonight. Apparently, it takes his computer 2 hours to update, which says a lot more about the computer than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
But if you two are pretty much sitting here determining exactly what's going to happen in this Super Bowl in the Big Easy, I know what y'all want, but let's be realistic. You don't even have to make your picks now. You can say no for basically our Super Bowl Saturday special in 2 weeks. But with everything that's going on, everything that's happened, everything that's transpired, Reese, you and me have been down this road before. I made this mistake a few years ago, the last time these two teams sat here and met, because I honestly believe this was their time. And look what happened.
And ironically enough,
I made this mistake.
And ironically enough, I actually didn't make the mistake 2 years ago. And I'd say this. I gotta look through what do I not see? What do I not expect to be a factor in this game? To be a factor. Is like, to be honest, I can't see anything because if you look on the Chiefs side of the ball, dude, Mahomes is just gonna do Mahomes things. 'Cause that's just what he is. Defensively, the Chiefs aren't a great defense, but they're great when they need to be. And then when they need to be, it's like usually whenever they have to stop an opponent's momentum. Then looking at the other side of the ball, Eagles. Offensively, dude, we already know like how the weapons go there. Got Hurts, got Saquon, they got AJ, got Devine, they got Diamond Dallas Goddard over there. Defensively, and if they get to make it turnovers, yeah, it's a nightmare. So it's like, what possible thing? And then I'm gotta think special teams, because both teams actually have some decent returners. But then that's where I also lean to, and this is why I took Kansas City last year. Because just like I don't treat Drake Moody last year, and I said he'd be the reason they'd lose that game. I'm actually going to go a different route because while Elliott's been shaky, Bucker's been like lights on. But I also remember how he was running his mouth a little earlier this season, and yeah,
You're thinking sports karma, aren't you?
hey,
And
back to get Washington. So
and
I mean,
Kansas City's due for a close loss.
So
yep, and I forgot because there was my other reason because every time you run those damn numbers, and it's like, oh, they were 11-0 this, well now 12-0 this season. I was like, Super Bowls have a way of like breaking streaks. Oh, and if you don't believe me, the guy who will be on color commentary in this year's Super Bowl knows a thing or two about having streaks being broken in the Super Bowl. Matter of fact, he had a perfect record going into one of them and somehow lost to Eli Manning, which I'm still trying to figure that one out.
I think I'm not the only person that's sitting here trying to figure that out.
Yeah. Yeah. But other than that, I was going to say, like, dude, this Super Bowl's going to be even crazier than it was 2 years ago.
Because the circumstances have changed a little bit since that Super Bowl. You guys didn't have the Eagles did not have Saquon Barkley in their backfield, who has been pretty much been that X factor. Saquon for the Eagles has been like Dante Hall for the Chiefs in his prime at the top of his game. Has been pretty much like Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, that kind of thing, and for the Rams. And honestly, let's be realistic.
Even a little even like a Marshall Faulk too. We forgot
like a Marshall Faulk. And on top of that, when I'm sitting here, I'm looking at this from this angle. I would be scared of this Eagles team. I would be. I'd be petrified of this Eagles team, except for one thing.
Number 15.
Sports karma. As you sat here and mentioned, it has to hit the Chiefs. It has the Eagles. This is the be-all, end-all right here. Sports karma is going to hit both of these teams in this game. The biggest question is, are the Eagles finally going to give Saquon what he needs, what he deserves, what he desires, which is that Super Bowl? For the fact that you got Andy Reid coming in here with the Super Bowl appearance as a head coach tied for the second most of all time and a chance to make history and win his third straight Super Bowl, to be the Bulls, to be the Lakers, to be the Oilers, to be the Islanders, to be those teams that have matched, to be, and I dare say it, the New York mother-loving Yankees, to be that squad.
The LA Lakers.
The Penguins, the Lakers. Like, this is huge. And basically, if you are a football fan because of what has transpired so far this season, we know for a damn good fact, you cannot keep Saquon down that far. You can't keep Saquon down that quickly. It comes down to it. When you have somebody who literally has had an animosity towards the Eagles, and probably got a little bit bigger last week, last week, and it got a little bit bigger. And I'm even sitting here going, paying homage to it. Here is the thing that got it the most. Teams seeking the third straight Super Bowl have missed the playoff 3 times, lost the divisional twice, lost the conference championship 3 times. Only one has reached that Super Bowl, and they happen to be sitting here going into that Super Bowl in 2 weeks. If the Eagles wanted to prove something, the best time to prove it, that game against the Chiefs. Because everybody's been pissed off at the Chiefs. Chiefs have been vulnerable. They've been waiting. But they've been good. They've been that team that people hate, but like at the same damn time. Eagles, same way. Nobody expected the Eagles to do what they pretty much have been doing, which is actually stepping up to the plate, actually winning when it counts, actually sitting here utilizing Saquon. Something I even told Reese about weeks ago when Everybody's talking about Jalen Hurts and Jalen Hurts that. I'm going to tell you right now, Jalen Hurts is a jackass, and quite frankly, he needs to just give that ball to Saquon and let Saquon do what he does best. But that's just me.
Hey.
The fact is that when it comes down to it, and they're showing up another little graphic, most consecutive Super Bowl appearances. Buffalo, who we'll talk about in a second. 4 consecutive Super Bowls. We all remember those.
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs with 3. 2 wins in those. Patriots with 3. 2 wins out of that time frame. When it comes down to it, and the Dolphins, same scenario.
Mm-hmm.
But with this one, it felt different because the Chiefs are gunning for immortality. The Eagles are going for immortality because the fact is that when I said the same thing, the Eagles need the Super Bowl win more than anything else. This is kind of like Stone Cold's thing from 2001. You remember that conversation, that face-to-face he had with The Rock? He needs that title more than you ever know in the world. That's what the Eagles have to feel. The Eagles have to feel that because of the simple fact that this will justify Week 18 for the Eagles. I don't give a rat's ass what the Eagles sit here and say. You'll walk out of New Orleans with that Super Bowl trophy. Everything you did this season, don't care. They will come all the way back to that decision prior to Week 18. As good as Saquon Barkley is, it will come back to that Week 18 one. Joe, go ahead.
I don't know what the exact number is, but Saquon Barkley is within reach of Terrell Davis's rushing record, regular and postseason, from when he won the year that Denver won the Super Bowl. The first year Denver won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I think he's within 50 yards or so right now.
Hang on, let me see here. Yes, folks, I'm actually sitting here using Google right now to actually see if we can. Let's
bring
see.
the knowledge for this.
30 yards.
Wow.
30 yards shy. Terrell Davis single season rushing record.
Wow.
That's great. Here's the problem, though. Eric Dickerson's ass will still be talked about. Eric Dickerson is a former Ram, and he's the guy I would love to just watch get slapped the piss out of just on principle. I want to watch I want to watch this thing fail because I want Eric Dickerson to suffer in every sense of the word. I want Eric Dickerson to come to that realization that he wasn't jack squat if it wasn't for his offensive line, because he wanted to be a little ego tripping jag off. He wanted to be that guy. And yes, I'm using a Pittsburgh term. My apologies, but apparently it's a Pennsylvania term from what I'm hearing in some circles. Jag off apparently is my favorite word. He knows this.
It's the word of the day.
So we have to at least be able to. I feel like we need to have a funeral here, so I guess this is the best way I can do it. So here we go. See, is how when there are winners, there are losers, and the infamous rookie era of Jayden Daniels, which I feel like should end with him being NFC Offensive Rookie of the Year, if not NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yep.
Comes to an end today. You two are Eagles fans.
That's on a high note for this.
That's what I'm saying. I'm letting you two sit here and deliver the eulogy for Jayden Daniels and the Washington Commanders. Because let's bear in mind, Daniel Snyder was over in Europe pissed off about the fact of the success of the Washington Commanders.
I was getting ready to mention that in my high note right there, but it was like,
you know what? I will bring that mofo up so that way you can actually sit here and feel real good about it. Because apparently this Jagoff's in London, and I'll actually bring that column up. Big thank you to Yahoo for this one. And gentlemen, here you go.
All right, so basically, yeah, it's very simple. Oh, actually, you can see right here on the bottom line. Yeah, according to an ESPN story, Dan Snyder was asked about his takeaways from the Commanders' success this season, and as you can clearly see, he effing hated it. Yeah, I was like, hey, Dan, I'm betting a lot of people in your own organization, they effing hated you even worse. Matter of fact, the biggest relief that's happened in Washington was the fact that you're no longer their owner. Now that they actually have an ownership who actually cares about their team. That actually cares about their building. Hey, for those of y'all that regularly watch the show, you know how Ron and I have actually joked about Washington Stadium over the course of many years. But you've got an amazing quarterback in Gene Days. Like I said, I personally on this show have nicknamed him Commander Clutch. By the way, Jaden, if you use that officially, I'll take my check. Of course, Scary Terry. Oh, I do got to give the Commanders one thing. That fake punt today, that was awesome. I got to give him respect on that one. That one would have made Johnny Hecker jealous.
Yeah.
Folks. Yeah, like I said, Aid got a damn good defense too. And let me tell you, Washington, yeah, for those of you who want to be stuck in the past and still go by their X name, yeah. Join us here in 2025. You've got an awesome team in the Washington Commanders. They're going to be a force in the NFC for a little. Not just the NFC East. I'm talking the entire conference. This team is on a come up. And I'm going to tell you what. It's going to be hard to top the year that Jaden Daniels had. But I'm going to tell you what. Josh Harris is going to focus on him. He's going to focus on their owner. Yeah.
I know.
He's going to focus on Terry McLaurin. He's going to focus on the Brian Robinson, Austin Eckler's.
I just have one thing to say about Josh Harris.
Yep. All right, go ahead, Joe.
Oh, hold on.
What do you have to say about?
Oh, he's queuing it up. He's queuing up something. That's why.
Gotcha.
It's shared.
I gotcha.
You just gotta bring it up.
You go. That's probably the most accurate statement you can sit here and make. And let's just be as honest as we possibly can. And again, not a Phillies guy, but I can tell you right now, when it comes down to it, they ain't lying. When it comes to Dan Snyder, he was the kind of guy I would bitch slap in a subway in every single city if it meant that basically he would feel it all the way into London. I would go to London. I would jump on the I. And everybody who's ever been to London knows exactly what I'm talking about. And I would be that guy that would be because Dan Snyder deserves it.
Yeah, he does.
This right here is a start when it comes to Commanders. They should not. Yes, they should feel bad about the fact that basically they fell that one game short of actually sitting here making themselves a little bit of history. But the fact that they made it this far, this bear in mind, this is the same Washington team that just beat, victimized, and conquered the Detroit Lions, the almighty Detroit Lions, in their house 2 weeks ago. So as far as I'm concerned, Washington deserves all the accolades they're getting. I cannot say anything bad about the Washington Commanders. As much as people want them to go back to that old school name, as much as there was a guy we actually shared last weekend about a Carney Jagoff who sat here and actually got mad because of the fact they showed a highlight with the Commanders logo, but the highlights that they were showing was the actual skins. Dude, shut the hell up. There are far worse things in there than basically you sit here getting salty about a logo, you punk. You're a Jags fan. You got enough to be mad about. Your team is ass. They don't have anything for a coach. Their quarterback is pretty much as mediocre as I actually called him on before he was drafted. And on top of that, I saw every jersey you had there on your back wall. I didn't see Fred Taylor. I think I may have saw Mark Brunell, but I'm not entirely sure because I saw more and more Reese Jones-Drew, but I didn't see none of the originators, none of the original ones. None of those originals, including a offensive lineman that you guys had drafted, which one of your first picks.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, for some reason, you want to get salty as hell about the fact that when they showed a highlight on TV during the Commanders-Lions game, they actually sat here and it was because the graphic was the Detroit Lions and Washington Commanders. You want to know why they showed that graphic? It's because of the simple fact that it was their graphic now. The video highlight with the legendary Pat Summerall and John Madden, God rest both their damn souls. They had more sports intelligence in their pinky finger than you got in your whole damn nutsack. And the fact that you got the temerity, the audacity to sit here and call out bots for sitting here showing a logo, but going to the video highlights with arguably two of the best, and you wanted to be salty about it? This is the things that basically make me want to sit here and reach up and slap the jag out of your ass. But I digress. Washington has no reason to sit here and be mad about today. They weren't even supposed to be here. This is supposed to be Detroit and Philly last time I checked. Flat out, plain and simple. I'll be honest. And I'm a Rams guy. But it should have been Detroit and Philly. That was your NFC Championship. We were all rooting for Detroit to finally hit the moment to get into that Super Bowl because they got so close.
Yep.
So we were pulling for it. Washington, I got nothing bad about to say about you guys. Buffalo, on the other hand.
Nobody should say anything bad about Washington because, like I said, this is a team that they delivered. Like I said, not only, matter of fact, I'd say Jaden Daniels is going to get 2 awards this year. Not only is he going to get Rookie of the Year. Oh, wait a minute.
You got something to say, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
You've been saying it all damn day.
Show him.
Say it.
Show him.
What about what?
I don't know if y'all can see this, but apparently they're calling the refs the Chiefs' most valuable player.
That's every week.
What did you do?
That's every week.
You can't say nothing. You two can't say nothing.
Oh, no.
You two can't say nothing. No. You two can't say nothing.
No, I didn't say nothing this week.
Let me ask.
Come on.
Let me ask you guys something.
Go ahead.
Have you ever heard
Chiefs most
in
valuable
all your years? Have you ever heard in all the years that we've watched the National Football League a referee say if the Washington behavior does not stop, we are going to award the other team a touchdown?
Nope. I've never heard any team say that. I've never heard a referee admit
Call me crazy, but did you guys just get awarded a touchdown earlier today because of some penalties? Did you guys just get awarded a ball even though a commander came up with the football?
No, got it.
Let me refresh your memory there because I showed the replay on this one.
My son is going nuts over here right now.
I saw it. Is it not fixed? Bro, it's all red.
Are y'all hearing this?
Bro,
Yes,
so
I am
red.
right now.
You're hearing all this, right?
Yes.
He said the Chiefs' most valuable
It's so
player is
written.
the NFL, the
Bro,
screenwriters.
come on. Eagles and Chiefs are really going to rematch, like, after a 35-38, which was obviously called beforehand. Like, so many people call 35-30. I literally called it before the game, did I or did I not call it? It was going to be 35-38.
Do we remember
Now,
the
did I not call it was going to be Chiefs going to be in the Super Bowl?
Hang on. Say again, Joe.
Do we remember the last time the Eagles had a rematch of a team in a Super Bowl?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was against the Patriots. Here's the difference. There was no Saquon in that Super Bowl. There was no A.J. Brown in that Super Bowl. In fact, there wasn't even a Jalen Hurts in that Super Bowl. Do I see that happening again? Do I see a Philly special in that Super Bowl?
Well, we had a big Dick Nick.
Yes.
Can I pause that one, Joe?
Did he just say?
Never again want to hear that damn name.
Wait, what did he say? Wait. Did he just say they had a big stiff Nick?
No. Big Dick Nick.
Big Dick Nick. Fuck.
I kid you not. I kid you not.
Going to have 160 yards at the Super Bowl.
He's having 160 yards and he'll lose the Super Bowl.
Fuck no. That motherfucker is going to dog walk the Chiefs, bro. Come on.
This is why I love my son.
No ball.
Yeah.
My
No
son
ball.
is actually more passionate about the Super Bowl right now
ball, bro.
because of
No,
the fact the
look,
Chiefs are in.
Hey.
If
Yep.
you know,
Yeah, I'll hear him.
If you know
Yep.
football, you know that Saquon Barkley is gonna dog walk the Chiefs. Like it's so, bro. Nobody has stopped him all season. He brought them to he had 3 touchdowns. What else do you want? He had 3 touchdowns, bro. 3. What else do you want?
Like I said,
The quarterback had 3
Now-
touchdowns. I don't know what you want, bro.
Now,
like I said, my son's been
Averages
going
3
nuts
touchdowns a
about
fucking
this. About this ever since it was official that the Chiefs were going to the Super Bowl.
You know,
We have one more
Ron?
to
I found the article from September when we all made our picks for the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Who had the only team in the Super Bowl? Me.
Yeah, we can honestly attest this one. You pretty much did pick this one. You said Eagles Chiefs in the preseason, right?
Eagles Ravens.
So you said Eagles Ravens. And honestly, the Ravens should have been there because let's be realistic. Derrick Henry, if anybody deserves being in the Super Bowl, Derrick Henry versus Saquon Barkley would probably have been must-see TV. That would have been some shit I would have actually sat here and enjoyed watching.
damn,
Yeah, absolutely.
damn. Even your son agrees. Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I'll be
in
real
fairness,
serious.
to be fair,
This was the thing. To be fair.
yeah,
To be fair.
oh man,
Go ahead.
yeah, man. There were a lot of good matches that could have possibly happened with this one, and it was just like
It's like the most star-studded playoff I had seen in a long time. And the best part about it, even though I know his ass is not on this right now, but I'm sure you know who I'm talking about there, Joe. I'm talking about OT, even though he's not on the comments, blowing us up right now about Niners this and Niners that. The fact that we had the Niners or the Cowboys in this damn postseason. The fact that basically you had the Rams who started 1-4 and made it all the way to the division title. The fact that you actually had Saquon and Derrick Henry in the same damn playoff with a
And
chance on a collision course.
no pun intended. Fun intended. Yeah,
Nice.
and no Aaron.
No Aaron. No New York Jobbers. Yes, Billy. You're welcome. You guys can use that. If I swear to God, if I see New York Jobbers on a damn poster board for that season, I'm gonna fly to Philly and I'm gonna break my foot off with somebody's.
What if the Jets or Dolphins or somebody uses it? Does that still count?
Just cut Bleacher Brothers a check.
And we also had no hack and sack midgets in the playoffs either.
Even better. This was probably
although in fairness, with the way the Bills' defense is playing, that was kind of close.
No. Well, the Bills suffered because obviously y'all don't want to talk about the Bills, but I will.
Yeah. Oh, I do too.
The Bills suffered sports karma because they have one guy on their damn team that I can't stand, despise, and feel like should have been kicked out of the league the very moment that ish hit the fan with him in Texas. Von Miller. You sat here and I've seen Von Miller's girlfriend. In fact, I can be honest, Reese has seen Von Miller's girlfriend. I can be honest, Joe has seen Von Miller's girlfriend. But the difference between Joe, Reese, and myself, I've taken more cold showers because of that. I can show my son a picture of Von Miller's girlfriend. He's probably been in the shower for about 2 days. When it comes down to it, Von Miller's girlfriend was hot and pregnant when Von Miller decided to play a nice little game of whoop that trick. And when he did that, instead of actually doing what they did with the punter, Matt Ariza, I believe, they kept his ass on. They kept him on the team. Yep. They kept him in the game. They kept him going. So, Robert, sir, Buffalo Bills, you deserve this one. Number one. Number two, you got Amari Cooper. Great job. You got a receiver after getting rid of the one receiver that actually could get you out to the Super Bowl. Because how many catches did Amari Cooper have tonight? Number three.
They're going just one.
The Mulletoni Jagoff.
In fairness, though, Amari Cooper got fairy with than Stephon Diggs did.
Hey, that's all good and dandy, but how do I put this nicely? The mullet wearing crop top Jagoff, known as Josh Allen, got what he deserved tonight. And here's why. What is the thing basically I've sat here and have said about Josh Allen this entire season there, Reese?
They tries to do too much, especially when he tries to run the ball.
And you got James Cook in the backfield, and you don't want to use him. It's the same thing that screwed with Jalen Hurts. Reason why his knee was bugging him last week and the week before and the week before. But this is about Josh, not Jalen. I'll get on Jalen next weekend, where basically we do like the big show. But when it comes down to it, Josh Allen got what he deserved. I told Josh Allen a dollar store bargain basement bootleg B-rated Michael Vick, and tonight it got proven. Josh will get you there. Hell, that coach will get you there. But what's missing? I got more of a chance of putting a Super Bowl trophy in my office in a week than Josh Allen has of hoisting one. I wish you could be making this up. You can actually order a Super Bowl trophy off of Amazon and eBay. It's literally that damn easy. But what it comes down to is the Bills got what they deserve tonight. The Bills are, and yes, we're going to agree, the Bills are who we thought they were.
Which is why I didn't pick them.
And y'all wanted to crown them, and they still failed you tonight. Dude. Bills Mafia, Sean McDermott or Josh Allen. One of them's got to go. Here's your proof.
Dude.
Here's your proof. Y'all come back and y'all literally make this a ball game. So the point where y'all tie this damn thing up, and then y'all just gotta choke.
Dude, they're not the ones that gotta go. That defense is what's gotta go.
It wasn't just the defense. Josh Allen had a fair shot. Josh Allen had a chance. In any other circumstances, this fool's been running up and down all over the field. But you telling me on 3rd and 4th down, this Jagoff wants to sit here and try to throw?
And in this case, he kind of had to, but it was like
there was zero. This is the guy that's been basically refusing to take the ball out of his own hands. He's going to live and die with his sword. I give Josh Allen props on that. I give him credit on that. He will live and die on his sword. That is a true Spartan.
But
where he
not this night he didn't. Because
where he deviates from
he
that.
Actually passed.
Where he deviates from that is that ball was already out. It's on his receivers to decide if they basically want to catch that damn thing or not. So I can't even blame the loss on Josh Allen. No. That's on that kid that had the ball. You've been catching passes tighter than that all game long.
Shakir.
Was it Shakir?
Yeah. Khalif Shakir.
Here's the bonus is. And this is the thing that would give me the most. I knew for a fact that when the Bills sat here and punched their ticket. No, let me rephrase that. I knew the minute that the Bills lost to the Rams that they were not going to win the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. They were not even going to go to the Super Bowl. You lose to the Rams, who are still striving and struggling to try to get themselves a division title. You lose to Matthew Stafford, who is not even playing with his top guys. But you let him put up 40 points against that funky-ass defense, and then Josh Allen literally just doesn't want to show up when it counts. Losing to Matt Stafford's one thing, but then you turn around and lose to Mahomes, and Mahomes even gave you the ball back, and you were driving. This one's more on Josh Allen and Shakir and McDermott than it is on pretty much everybody. I feel bad for Bills Mafia because they've been waiting for, what, 2 decades to finally sit here and be able to put themselves through tables and a chance at a Super Bowl. Does this franchise deserve it? Yes, they do. But they're not going to do it with that dollar store Michael Vick. It's just not going to happen. And Josh, in case you're trying to figure out what acceptance speech you can get for a participation trophy you're going to get this weekend, just shake hands with Lamar and just say, hey, I was better than you in the one game I had against you, but damn, you were magnificent this season.
They already crowned him. Yeah, Lamar's already had the MVP, so.
I'm just trying to put it out there. His problem was that his hair actually looks like it flows more than his fiance's. Maybe that's Josh Allen's problem. I don't know. Joe, Reese, this is a funeral for the Bills. Jerry, one of y'all wants to go. Let her rip.
Ladies and gentlemen, here lies the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, a team who can't have a defense to save their life. Yeah, a team who, quite honestly, suddenly makes Jim Kelly look like a Super Bowl MVP.
Mm-hmm.
And a team that suddenly makes everybody in Upper New York wish that they could get a time machine and bring back both Thurman and Bruce Thomas. Just saying. I doubt they could pull off the latter, though. But hey, if they can, miracle. Let's see. Yet again, though, y'all set the table only for the Chiefs to break it themselves again. And unfortunately, y'all learned once again. Okay, great. Ron's going to miss his favorite line of this. That once again, y'all learned that it was too easy for Patrick Mahomes to find the end zone because it's free real estate.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Yeah. Oh, you did come into the line. That once
Oh,
again,
no, I was here. I
Oh,
heard you say
okay.
it because I heard it's too easy
Yeah.
for Patrick Mahomes to drop the hammer on the Buffalo Bills once again. Because the refs helped me do it. Just to make everybody feel better.
Hey, in this case, I'm about to get on that one right now. Hey, folks, this time, y'all can't blame the refs because there were no controversial calls this time or anything remotely controversial.
Joe?
And hell, not to mention, Bills actually, I believe, and I believe the Chiefs actually were penalized just as much.
Joe, did you see any controversial calls out of that game in the AFC?
There was a play, I think it was the second quarter, where you had that dual catch. It would look like a dual catch, which should have been an incompleted pass.
I did see that, and I saw that one, and the ball actually. I remember as I saw it from the different angle, and the ball actually did touch the ground. I think I know what commands you were talking about. I think that was probably the only one I saw.
And
all that.
And another one comes to mind I think it was early in the fourth. Josh Allen went with the tush push. The angle from the far sideline looking towards the inner sideline, the reverse angle.
Yeah.
It showed Josh Allen with the ball breaking the 40-yard line because he had to hit the chalk. He got to the chalk and a little bit beyond that. The refs did not allow it.
I'm thinking for all the times that they still allow the tush push, I have to sit here and be a little bit on about for it.
All right, I'm actually glad you mentioned it because actually there was the sports karma in that game when it comes to the Bills.
Okay.
Hey, Romo. Tony, my good pal. Remember how you kept saying that the Bills do this play better than anybody? Yeah, let's see. How many times did y'all get stopped? 1, 2, 3. Well, I know there's 3 that I counted, but then I kind of like lost signal. I believe y'all got stopped 3 times, included on a 4th down, turnover on downs. But yeah, let's see. Eagles scored on theirs. Oh, not to mention that Frankie Lou got so desperate to stop the damn play that he got called twice for
Encroachment.
and he had to get that warning that the next time that they pull this, that the Eagles are going to get an automatic touchdown for it. But yeah, way to put the mark there on the Bills there, Romo. I guess maybe oh wait. Apparently Tony likes to choke for other teams besides the Cowboys.
Hey. Let's give Tony Romo credit too. Because Tony Romo has actually been to more conference championship games than the team he played for. So there. Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't know. Tony Romo's been there more.
Romo does not need to be in any conversation when it comes to the quarterback. And that is from a Dallas fan. Freak that dude. Freak his little pinky finger. Freak everything about him. The only thing that he's good at now is announcing, and he's not even good at that.
Wait.
Go ahead, Joe.
Wasn't Tony Romo in the Super Bowl this year?
Oh! Yes, he was, I believe. So Tony Romo's been to the Super Bowl too?
Mm-hmm.
Do the Cowboys even know what that even looks like? No. I digress. I'm going to hell, and I'm probably going to be sleeping on the couch when this day night's over, but I kind of don't care. We gotta wipe at the tail end of it because, quite frankly, I'm having way too much fun. We're honestly having way too much fun. Hell, I'm drinking for the love of Pete. I'm on beers here now. I've actually refrained from basically doing the scotch to the beers, not doing the crowns. But I will say this much. We are going to be doing a special Super Bowl edition of this one. I believe we're probably going to go I think we're going to go Saturday because, as I said, unless I pull some magic miracle out of my ass, may not be able to do Sunday, but I'll keep you posted either way. We will be doing a special Aftermath edition this Friday. I think we're just going to be shooting the breeze about everybody because I know there's a lot of people out there that are going to be sitting here talking about how the Chiefs just got the championship hands on a silver platter, and how the Eagles got a silver platter, how the Bills got screwed, how the Commanders got screwed, or maybe they just want to sit and talk about how much of an idiot Jerry Jones is. If you do feel that Jerry Jones is an idiot, I would put the Dallas Cowboys fan line on there, but I can't find it, and I think the reason I can't find it is because hibernation. Yeah. It's a dangerous thing.
Joe, hey, trust me, Matt Eberflus would know better than anybody since he's.
I wouldn't even go. I was trying not to mention the Matt Eberflus thing, but you just keep wanting to go there. Hey, so yeah, Friday we do it.
Winter is flu season, so. And that, folks, is why I'm a champion.
Rocket Race, since you basically are going with the one-liners, these zingers, I'm gonna go ahead and let your booze run wild. What would you like to sit here and promote for up this week? I know you probably got a Rockin' Jock somewhere in your pocket.
Of course, that'll be Thursday morning, 11 a.m. on No Filter. Of course, I will be talking about besides the conference championship, I'll also be hyping up. I'll be talking about the NBA All-Star because I believe Thursday the reserves will be named. Well, Thursday night the reserves will be named. And also be hyping up Royal Rumble as well, and some other stuff. So check that out Thursday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern on No Filter.
Joe Q.
Okay,
You smooth operator, you. What you got pretty much coming up on deck?
I am back. I am back from my trip to South Florida. I will be live Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 9 p.m.
Wait a minute. Wait. How did you go all the way to South Florida and yet you look lighter now than you did when you left?
Oh, in fairness, you see, Joe thought he was going to have that nice Miami sun or Florida sunshine, but unfortunately,
it was cloudy all. It was cloudy all day on Friday.
Okay.
And Saturday, we were in the Sporting Kings room on the second floor of the grandstand at Gulfstream Park.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the pass. I will give you your yeet for this one.
But
go ahead.
But I have to warn you that if I was out in the sun, I would have been a friggin' lobster right now.
You would have been about as red as my microphone. In case y'all need a little bit of segregation, he would have been this color. But what you got on deck for the rest of the week there, Big Goss?
Got Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 9 o'clock, Wednesday at 10 o'clock. Joe Quill Show returns. My buddy Mike will be here tomorrow night. Who knows what we're going to get into? Obviously, we're going to be talking Eagles. Probably talking a little bit of a recap of Saturday when I was at Gulfstream. And some things that one interview that I may not have the audio for because I'm a dope.
I'm not touching that one right now. Yeah. However, but you know what? I might have to just sit here and see if I can audition for the dating game because I feel like I could I feel like basically I got two single guys here on the East Coast, ladies. If you want them, bombard them, blow up their phones, bang on their doors. Just don't act like Jehovah's Witness where someone basically trying to slide a pamphlet under the doorknob because it's just not going to work. However,
hey, let me just tell you one thing. I'm like John Mellencamp. I want a lover that won't drive me crazy.
I thought you were just waiting for the world to change. Or you wanted to, or you basically were trying to find somebody who you can treat their body like a wonderland.
Maybe.
Or maybe you just need to get some. Maybe you just need to get some gravity in that. I don't know. Maybe something like that.
Or maybe I can rock her like a hurricane.
or if you're ROCK in the USA.
Apparently, we're having rockin' jocks now, folks. Go ahead. We're having a little bit of confusion here.
And that's like then, ladies. Just so you know, that just like Jalen scoring a touchdown, if you make love to, Joe says that if you make love to him, it'll hurt so good.
Well, I gotta tell you, love does hurt.
Because he'll basically put the moves like Jagger on you and might end up sitting here popping out his hip. But I digress. Folks, yours truly will be back here. I believe we're going to be looking at Friday. Actually, yeah, we're probably going to be going with Thursday and Friday, our usual suspects. Thursday, we'll probably be doing ourselves a little bit of Aftermath Thursday night edition. Friday, we're actually going to do something a little bit different because all our wrestling fans, I'm going to need you guys to go and step to the plate because I'm going to actually take a leap of faith. And I'm going to actually sit here and I'm going to just throw up. I'm going to throw up my ones now and throw up my too sweet now because we are definitely going to do ourselves a little bit of spice of Wrestling Rewind, hopefully. But
I acknowledge the guy wearing number 1 for the Eagles.
I cannot wait to. I
think tonight. I think right about now it's time for this show to go to sleep.
Because it seems like I have two Eagles fans going, "I love you, Saquon." That's exactly what they're saying right now. But before we actually do that, I tried to do this one at the beginning of the show, but apparently I had the AI version, and trust me, that was just as good. This is just as good of a posterized moment as anything else. For those basically from our generation, we all want to be able to remember the 5-year anniversary of the passing of arguably the second GOAT, the one behind Jordan, the one in front of Curry, in front of LeBron, and we can go on that debate later on. The legendary Kobe Bryant, we lost him 5 years ago today. Well, at least in my neck of woods, it's today. Right now, it's yesterday for these two guys. But I wanted to at least be able to sit here and pay homage to him. I wanted to be able to sit here and give him a little bit of something to feel good about. I found his last clip, his last NBA game before he walked up into the sunset. I want to just play a few minutes of it.
End the game one.
Man, guys, you know, it's I can't believe how fast 20 years went by. I mean, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. And you know, to be standing here at center court with you guys, my teammates behind me, and appreciating all this, you know, the journey that we've been on. You know, we've been through our ups and been through our downs. And I think the most important part is that we all stayed together throughout. You know, I grew up a diehard Laker fan. Diehard. I mean, I knew everything about every player that's ever played here. So to be drafted and then traded to this organization and to spend 20 years here, I mean, you can't write something better than this.
My apologies, guys. This one actually was because of the, I believe I was doing the my social injustice podcast around this time when, or actually no, it was. Yeah, actually, I was. I started doing this one right around this time when this happened, and I was still recovering from my accident when I found out about Kobe's passing, and there are some things that just do not have, they just don't warrant words. And like I said, we've all grown up with this man, and I just wanted to just be that person that just sits here and just goes. I wanted to honor him the best way I knew how, and
yeah,
I guess this is my way of being able to honor him. So here we go.
All the hours I spent in the gym working and training, and Vanessa, you holding down the family the way that you have. I can't, there's no way that I can thank you enough for that. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And what can I say? Mamba out.
Great legend, without question. A guy that's
great father.
I mean, we grew up with him. Great husband, great father. We all have had our demons. We've all had our peoples that. We've all had things that just did not sit well with us. But the very fact that we were able to do what we do best, to just live our lives the best that we do, and being able to actually report that specific bombshell did not sit well with me.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this right now. There is no right now that knowing that at least 5 years later I can sit here and say that jersey is still in my office, and I can honestly say I have taken that little extra leap and actually started being able to actually wear that jersey. But I'm almost certain that Denny's probably going to be framed right next to my son's football jersey. But when it comes down to it, there is no better feeling for me when it comes to being able to pay homage to the Black Mamba, because he was that guy, and he was literally, when Jordan finally walked away, we had Kobe. And I know LeBron and Steph actually tried their best to try to replace him, but even they know that there's no replacing them. So to Vanessa and to Kobe's surviving daughter, I say thank you for at least keeping his legacy alive. And to Kobe and Gianna, I hope you guys are still resting in love and resting easy.
Yeah. Matter of fact, as celebrating life, and actually, as of 6 minutes ago, is my sister's 50th birthday. But it was like still just
Happy birthday, sis.
That I remembered like that in the, I remember that just came on the news that day, and it was literally taking over every channel, like CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, like literally all the like major news cable news channels or whatever. And I remember to watch we were all watching it, and we couldn't even put it into words because we were just like we were like, wait a minute, what? And it was just that jarring because it's like this dude, like it was just like a year removed from the NBA,
Yeah.
and or a little bit over, but and to think that at 41 his life came to an end, and of course Gianna, who was only I think 12 or 13, that both of their lives came to an end. And it was just like, you know, I know like news tends to get a little more press when it's a celebrity involved or whatever, but just to like hear that for a father and daughter in general,
Yeah.
dude, that like really makes you stop and to makes you stop and realize that hey, life, it's not guaranteed to us at any point. And you know, I was like somewhat of a harsh critic early in his career, whatever, but over the time I was like I was starting to understand the I was understanding the competitor. And it was like the competitor and the man are just one and the same because he was driven as a man to succeed. He was driven as a player to succeed. And it was like, but more importantly than that, he was driven as a father to succeed. And, you know, and I had to say, like, Kobe was definitely somebody who just transcended basketball. Like I could imagine the type of stuff he could have done he been able to had he and Gianna been able to live their lives. And matter of fact, I would even said this that Gianna probably as of right now we'd have probably be getting ready to celebrate her into college
Getting
basketball.
drafted by the WNBA.
Or now, as you're just saying now, because I think now she would have just been entering college basketball right now.
Yeah, but we also know that she would have followed in father's footsteps. We'll see how well.
Possibly. But it was like, yeah, but I knew Kobe would have definitely wanted her to get like an education first, but still like be able to like do her thing. But bottom line was that that man, like Kobe,
Yep.
although the thing that you did for the sport of basketball, it would be hard to replicate. And my brother you were definitely a one of a kind individual. And I tell you what, you may be gone from this earth, but the legacy that you and your family, and that's gonna live beyond forever.
Joe.
Yeah, and I could tell you, you sometimes you know where you are when these stories occur. I'm even going to throw Roy Halladay in there. I was sitting there at work, phone sitting next to me while I'm taking calls or whatever, and I see the alert on Roy Halladay. I'm like, what? And for those that don't know, Roy Halladay was flying one of his planes and it crashed into the Gulf of Mexico, I think it was. This was the same thing with me where I know where I was when it occurred or when the news was released. I was watching Tony Bruno's Cats because he had just left for Radio Row that week, and I decided to walk down to the Turf Club, which was down by the stadium, and I pull out my phone, or maybe even somebody called me, and I look, and it's like Kobe Bryant died, and I'm just we're and a lot of us here, especially in Philly, we're just getting over the fact that he's no longer a Laker. He's now doing these projects with ESPN at the time, and we're getting to see him as a human being. We're seeing him as a father. We're seeing him as just a normal person, and we're all liking him now. It wasn't like the cutthroat basketball player that would rip your heart out like he did time after time after time. We got to see the father. We got to see, one of the last images that we saw of him and his daughter were sitting in the front row of a Lakers game, and he's showing her like different plays and like how they work and everything. He's giving her ideas and coaching, even though they aren't actually on a court running those plays. And you just realize how precious life is and how quickly something can be taken away from you like that.
That's one of the biggest reasons of probably why I'm looking forward to the return of My Little Princess, and when she actually gets to return home, and I'm looking damn forward to that because I don't want to lose any more moments that I already have lost. And the one thing I had learned from Kobe, because I would be honest, I wasn't one of Kobe's biggest fans because he was a Laker, and that's just sports wise. But as a coach, as a father, as a husband, when all the mess went down in Denver, I actually had his back. I was just like, no. No, I can't even count the number of fights I had with my coworkers at this detail shop that we had in that we were working at in Northern Colorado, where we all were butting heads about this mess. What it came down to for me, and what it came down to for everything that sat here and transpired, was the very fact that I literally see all these great things that sat here, and I remember all these great things Kobe did, and I find myself defending him and actually supporting him. And when I think of all the bad people that sat here and tried to run his name through the mud after he had passed and everything else that happened, and the only thing that went through my head through all of that was the very fact that for at least those good 5-10 minutes out of my life, I got to sit here and actually take a walk in Kobe's shoes. And knowing full well what we go through now, the way we are now in this country, I guess it just feels good of knowing that at least for that brief moment, at least even tonight, the world stood united. The world stood united for him. And what it came down to for me is that there is nothing else to sit here and say on it. So if you guys are good with it, I'm gonna pretty much call it now, because quite frankly, it's taking everything in me to try to sit here and hold back tears in this one. As a proud father, I'm I'm hoping that I never have to go through the same kind of pain and suffering that Vanessa has gone through. That feeling that Kobe had when he's literally holding his daughter for that last time. I'm not wanting that to happen, and I'm, like I said, I'm trying to hold back tears thinking about it. But if you guys are good with it, I think we've run through the rundowns and everything else. Joe, I know you need to get some sleep. Reese, I already know your butt needs to get some sleep too, so don't feel bad. And I need to get some sleep myself. Folks, on behalf of JQ Joe Quills, Angelo Rockets, a.k.a. Rocket Reese, a.k.a. the OGNC Ric Flair. Yes, I'm going to trademark that shit, brother. I got you. I am Captain Task Force. I am Captain Task Force. I am the Captain Ron Johnson. We are indeed Bleacher Brothers, and it has been an absolute pleasure to sit here and enjoy you guys today. Have yourselves a great Sunday. Congrats again to the Kansas City Chiefs, the Philadelphia Eagles, our Super Bowl contenders. We'll see you guys in a couple of weeks for a Super Bowl preview.
I think the best way to end this one is only 2 words. Mamba out.
I think he actually got a point.
Yeah.
Joe, you good with that?
I am perfectly fine with it.
Just don't want anything else to say, folks. Mamba, Collision, Bleacher, out.
You're talking to the Rolex. Diamond ring. Hit stealing. Wheeler dealing. Limousine riding.
Bottles and bitches, believe me back in business. The shit I be smoking is highly recommended. This all of my niggas pushing the limit. Mile high got me over here in the flight.
I've been around the mission to knock the pillars of this industry on their ass. We ain't reading history books anymore, baby. We writing them. This is what you call a paradigm shift.
Inexcusable. Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another
Your
game.
balls are made of pussy.
Let me tell you something. Me and you, one-on-one, no one else around. I will beat your ass like a Cherokee drum.
And if you don't, you are going to get your fucking head kicked in.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.